One of my favorite segments of the week. We have 3 rounds. This 3-round segment is brought to you by Fat Ninja Combat Gear. For your latest and greatest in the fight and fashion apparel, you can go to fatninjacombatgear.com. Right now they have the Fat Christmas sale going on that is good all the way through Christmas Day. I believe that is automatic 20% that is going to be taken off in the checkout, so make sure that you check out Fat Ninja Combat Gear.
There we go.
With less than 2 weeks to spare, Tyron Woodley is stepping in on short notice for Tommy Fury and will be getting his rematch wishes with the problem child, Jake Paul, granted. What do you think of getting the rematch kind of unexpectedly here?
You know, it's a crazy circumstance of Tyron being able to step right back in, that because he's been training this entire time, but there's a difference, Josh, and you could speak to this better, but there's a difference in training, and then there's a difference in training for a fight in terms of the conditioning, the sprints, all of those sorts of things that really kind of put your fuel in place for a fight.
Yeah, there's a difference in training for a fight, and the actual fight cardio. You can prepare as much as you want, but it's never going to be the same. And honestly, with the new $500,000 knockout bonus that Jake Paul's thrown out there, could we see Tyron Woodley chase the knockout? I've heard this story before. Can we go to the next question?
Criticism flooding in for Daniel Cormier and his commentary performances of late. Is the shade being thrown deserved?
Listen, this is not deserved. This is a world champion that we're talking about. We're not talking about someone who has the crazy amount of experience as John Anik. Now, Jordan, I kind of compare this to you and I. You are the professional one of this group here that we have going on here. You are very smart. You are very intelligent when it comes to this. I am the Neanderthal coming over into your world trying to do better. Just let us work. Let us get better. Why you got to hate on DC?
I could not disagree with you more. DC has been absolutely awful. He has been terrible. He figures out some way to spin the conversation back to being about him in a way that's not even relevant to the action that's going on. Last weekend, it got so bad to the point to where he was talking about him and Max Holloway playing Call of Duty online. Max Holloway was not on the card. There was nothing that had to do with playing Call of Duty, and he somehow got to that point. You see that big tub of lard sitting out there, and he's wolfing down popcorn. He's
unbuttoning his pants.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God, DC just wears on me so much at this point, and he doesn't do the work. He doesn't do the preparation. You could tell by some of the sequences, and when he's trying to pull for something, he's trying to get the words, and it's just not there. How do you forget the person's name that you're interviewing right in front of you? He's forgotten multiple fighters' names as he's speaking to them in the octagon. How does that happen?
Hey, you know, when the lights are shining and all the pressure's on there and you've been hit really hard, knocked out a few times in your life, and, you know, maybe you just eat a little too much beforehand, you're sweating, you're a little slow, give the guy a break.
How about we give him a break and get him off of the desk?
Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Next.
Round 3. Former UFC champ Rashad Evans is coming out of retirement and returns to action for the first time since June 2018 for Khabib's Eagle FC next month. You a fan of the move and the unretirement?
Absolutely not. Jordan, why is he coming out of retirement? Why are you going to try and damage your legacy? Rashad, you are a legend of this sport. People talk about you like you are an MMA god. Why?
I couldn't agree with you more, Josh. I am bewildered by this move. He's now, the question that you always, and that you hope that it's never a situation of, is you hope that it's not out of dire need for money sort of situation. But he's working for ESPN. He's on the desk. He's an analyst right now. So you would have to think that there's at least something coming into where you would hope that he's not in that sort of predicament.
Yeah.
Now, I understand the unrelenting will to want to compete, to test yourself. That's what got him that 12 pounds of gold wrapped around his waist at one point in time.
Yeah.
But after a certain amount, do we put some blame on Khabib? Like that's got to be something, to sign someone
Yeah.
like him. I'm not a fan of it, but just like that, we are all out of time, folks. This is the MMA Plug presented to you by DenverSportsBetting.com. We are so thankful for every one of you that continues to tune in each and every week.
I threw my hands in the sky, bound to get closer to God.